Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Joan and this is Joan's Pointed Plate. Today we will be doing a cook with me. I am making stuffed pork chops. The pork chops are going to be stuffed with spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, and mozzarella cheese. We'll start them off on the stove and get them nice and brown and caramelized, and then we will finish them off in the oven. So let's get started on this recipe. First thing we need to do is cut a pocket in each of our pork chops. These ones are already done. My pork chops are a little on the thin side for this, but it's what I had in the house, so I'm just making do. They're not gonna be perfect. So you just wanna cut into the pork chop and make a nice deep pocket without cutting all the way through. I had to finesse mine a little bit. Probably should have sharpened my knife a little first. Just until you have a nice deep pocket that you can put all your delicious fillings in. Just like that. You can even go a little bit deeper if you want. Of course, I tried to do that on the other ones and of course ripped it right through. But there we go. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take some sun-dried tomatoes. These are not packed in oil. Handful of those. Stuff them on in there. And then we're gonna take a handful of spinach leaves. I don't like the stem, so I'm just gonna chop that off. And we're gonna stuff those in there. Spinach really cooks down a lot, so you can be generous with your spinach. And then the last thing we're gonna take is some mozzarella cheese. I have 1 ounce of the Trader Joe's light mozzarella. 1 ounce is 1 point. All of my pork chops are right about the 4 ounce mark. So the pork chops are 4 points. Sorry about the interruption. Not sure where I left off. My phone rang. Real life around here. So I'm going to take the Trader Joe's mozzarella. This is 1 ounce. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit it all in here. And we're gonna stuff that right in. Something else you can do is you can take a light string cheese and cut it and put it in here. The string cheese doesn't like ooze when it melts. It gets soft, but it doesn't ooze. So I use that a lot to stuff chicken because it doesn't make a mess. Okay, we did get that whole ounce in there. And now what I'm gonna do is take some toothpicks to close this up and hopefully keep all of our, hopefully keep all of our goodness inside. We're going to sprinkle the outside with some Italian seasoning and some salt and pepper. And then we are going to put them in the skillet. I'm gonna finish these up and I will be back to show you what they look like in the skillet. Okay, I have 1 tablespoon of olive oil heating in my skillet. And as soon as it gets shimmery, you know it's hot enough. I ended up not using Italian seasoning on these. I ended up using the Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute. So I am just going to put them in here and cook them on each side. Little problem there. Didn't cut that one very nicely. I'm gonna cook them on each side for about 4 minutes until they get nice and brown. And then we'll finish them off in a 400-degree oven. So I will be back to show you what they look like when they're nice and brown and caramelized. Okay, our pork chops are all nice and browned on both sides. So I'm going to put them into a 400-degree oven to finish them off. Now, they say you can cook pork to 145 degrees, and that's like a medium well and it's done. I'm old school and I like my pork well done, so I will be cooking it to about 170 degrees. So I will probably keep it in a little bit longer than the recipe recommends. And here is dinner all plated up. It looks absolutely delicious. Next time I will definitely stuff the cheese in before everything else because it did start to ooze out. I should have thought of that when I was making it, but honestly I was in a hurry because my son has to get out to work. So there it is. I have my pork chop. It is 5 Freestyle Smart Points. I have 2 ounces of roasted potatoes, some roasted eggplant, some corn on the cob. And that is my dinner. And it is 7 Freestyle Smart Points total. I will be back to let you know what my family thought of the pork chops. Well, we are done dinner and it was a unanimous decision. Everyone loved the stuffed pork chops. Like I said, the only thing I would change is I would put the cheese in first so it doesn't ooze out. And I did end up cooking them for about 8 minutes in the oven. Excuse me, until they reached 160 degrees internal temperature, and they were perfect. They were nice and juicy. They weren't dried out. So leave a comment below. Let me know if this is something you think you would make, if your family would like it. And that's it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Sorry. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in a couple days for, I don't know, what I eat in a day. Cook with me. We'll figure out something. Maybe sooner than later, because I think I'm going to make a Wendy's copycat Frosty. And I saw the recipe. Somebody posted it on my Facebook group that I have. And I think I may be making that for dessert tonight because I still have 7 points left. So definitely have room for a 3-point Wendy's copycat Frosty. So I might be seeing you sooner rather than later with a cook with me with that one. So anyway, that's it. Have a great weekend, and thank you very much for coming along and cooking with me.